Hoi Hoi, my name is Kitsundere van Lonelyheart, and today I'm going to play a game from my childhood. And um, the game that I want to play is called Might and Magic. Now, I wasn't sure if the game that I played in my childhood was Might and Magic 6 or Might and Magic 8, because both numbers kinda were in my mind. But I decided to go for Might and Magic 6 because it looks more like what I remember. Now, I'm going to start the game. The reason why I haven't started the game yet is because there is a cutscene that plays when you start the game, and I want to show that. I want to see that. Hold on.
3DO.
Okay, wait a second. Okay, so like a profi. Like a pro.
They came from the depths of the void, an ancient enemy of an ancient people. No one knows why they hate us so, or why they have made war upon us. Some say the struggle against their evil is the mandate of heaven.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think it is way too loud for you. At least that's what my that is what wait. Did I do an oopsie? Oh, I did an oopsie. Okay, sorry. My bad. Okay, alright.
Though their origins and purpose are shrouded in mystery, their plan is simple. They travel, they land, and then they conquer. Now, they are here on our world to do to us what they have done to so many others. And they will do it, unless someone stops them.
Wow, those amazing graphics. Oh my god, it has voice! Typical bikini armor.
Come with me. You have much to learn before you can deal with the likes of those monsters. Since the arrival of the devils, foul creatures and evil spirits have appeared throughout the land. These signs and omens can have but one meaning. That your destiny is part of the mandate of heaven.
Might and Magic, the Chinese version, the mandate of heaven. Oh my god, I'm so hyped about playing this game. So, I'm just going to tell a bit about me, what I remember about playing this game as a child. Now, this game was part of my mother's game collection, right? My mother was a gamer. She was like a Dungeons and Dragons gamer. Or like not Dungeons and Dragons itself, but games like Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like a lot of old games, right? Now I remember playing Might and Magic. This game was very difficult. Now, to be fair, it was difficult because my child brain didn't understand how video games work. So this game has a live combat and a turn-based. So it has live gameplay and turn-based gameplay, and essentially you can play this in live combat, but it makes the game much more difficult because the game was designed for turn-based combat. Right? You have a party of 4 characters, and essentially each character, you choose an action, then your character performs the action, and then you go to the next character, right? And it works the same in the turn-based mode as it works in the live mode. So in the live mode, all enemies can attack you at the same time, while you can only attack like with one character at a time, right? And before I figured out how to do turn-based mode, this game was kinda impossible. Or at least it was very difficult. I've only played the first map and a bit of the second map. Also, I want to say, Might and Magic 6, there is probably like a lot of lore in this game, which only makes sense if you played the prior Might and Magic games. But I do want to play Might and Magic 6 first, because it's the one game that I've played as a child, and I wanted to play it again later. But my mother had sold her collection, so I wasn't able to, which is unfortunate. Okay, let's start a new game.
Having cheated death during the night of shooting stars, you find yourself as far from your village of Sweetwater as old Falagar's magic could take you. 3 years have passed while Falagar imparted what knowledge he could to train you in your chosen professions. But the time came at last when he could teach you no more, and you have ventured into the world to seek your fame and fortune. Now, a world away from your lost home, you have stumbled across evidence of a terrible conspiracy involving a new religious cult. 5 letters from King Roland to his wife Catherine, and a letter from the King of the Devils to a wicked traitor named Sulman have turned up in an abandoned goblin camp. Your fate seems inextricably bound to these letters and that awful night, and your role in the events to come may be larger than anyone could imagine. The tools you have are but a small sum of gold, your wits, and a lot of potential. The roads ahead are infinite, and all the choices are yours to make. So choose wisely.
Okay.
Good luck.
Alright, so let's create a party. Yeah, I definitely remember this Photon. That's the name of my boss. Of my boss. Not of any one of my lesser boss. Unfortunately, the music seems to be louder than the dialogues, which kind of sucks, but I don't think I can change that. I haven't seen any options in this game, and outside the game, I also didn't find any options to change the sounds, the music. Okay, so anyway.
I'm the one you want. Pick me. Ready?
Choose me. Hey, you can count on me. You gotta pick me. Pick me.
Oh, I wish I could make the music. Change the music.
I'm the one.
I'm choosing it. You can pick. I'll pick.
Okay.
Pick me. You gotta pick me. Choose me.
Okay, so I don't remember anything. There are 6 I don't remember anything about this game. There are 6 classes. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh my god, I remember this. Oh, I do remember this. This is so cool. The system, the game system, the RPG system is so cool. I love it. I love the RPG system. Okay, so we can choose any of those 6 classes, and like each class has like 2 set skills, but then it has optional skills, and you can choose like which optional skills you want. So for example, do I want an archer? I have my main skills are bow and air magic. Do I want, like, now the question is, what do I want to give the archer if he has to fight in melee? I can go for sword, dagger, axe, etc. Then you have also other skills. Disarm traps, okay. Identify item, diplomacy, perception. That's so cool. We had like other skills. So you have like weapon proficiencies, you have supportive skills. What is bodybuilding? It probably means more strength. And then in the stats you have might, which is for physical, intelligence, which is for spells. Then you have endurance, which is for tanks, and accuracy, which is for attack, for hit chance, speed, which is for action chance, and then luck and personality, which are more like supporting stuff. But like obviously cleric has a high personality because clerics are just in general nice. Oh boy, like what do I... And the classic druid with earth magic. A knight or a paladin? Fortunately, I don't have a text for what exactly this does, but I'm assuming the knight is just more about dealing damage, while the paladin is more about also supporting. While the paladin has a high personality, but has less speed and less endurance and less luck. So like essentially a paladin personality. I'm not exactly sure what personality does. I should probably have taken a look at the hold on. Okay, let me go to no. So Gogi, where's my Gogi? Where's my Gogi? What? Okay, here's my Gogi. Might and Magic 6. Where was the manual there? The manual PDF. Okay, so... Oh boy, that's so small. Okay, let me zoom in at least 150%. Because I'm an old man. Character creation is page 23. Listen, I'm just playing the way the game was intended. The intention of the developer when they made old games, when they made those old games, were that you had a manual with you in order to be able to play it. Without the manual, those games are unplayable. So I'm just playing the game how it was intended. Character creation info. Consider inviting a cleric to join your party. No, nothing's wrong with having prayers on your side. And that's a crow saying it, that's so cute. Oh boy, that's so much. Knights are the workhorses of the fighting class, coming onto the scene with the largest selections of weapons and armor. No choice are closed to them if they advance enough in skills. We are talking serious hardware. Being the toughest warriors, knights begin with the greatest number of hit points, gaining the most hit points when they advance in level. Knights can be promoted to cavalier status, gaining 2 hit points per level, and again to become an all-out champion, gaining another 2 hit points per level. So they gain like 6 hit points per level or something like that. Okay, knights have no mind for magic and may never learn spells or the mediation skills. Okay, clerics are adventurous, spellcasting holy men who are mediocre fighters. Their magic is most powerful in the areas of healing and defense. Clerics can learn from the mirrored path of the light and dark magic, and the awesome spells available on those in those realms. Clerics can learn from the mirrored paths of light and dark magic. That is so interesting because, like in modern RPGs, you usually have like the white mage and the black mage archetypes, and the light mage can only learn like light magic, and the dark mage can only learn dark magic. White and light magic is defined as generally supportive magic, while dark magic is defined as damaging magic. But that's interesting that in this game they have a different point of view from this. Awesome spells are available in those realms. For weapons, however, clerics can only choose the mace, staff, or bow. They can choose a bow. That's interesting. There aren't many games where a cleric can choose a bow. They do a little better with armor. Only plate is forbidden to them, right? So like they can wear a medium armor, but not heavy. With much diligence and study, clerics can ascend to priests, gaining 1 hit point and spell point per level, and eventually high priest, gaining another spell point and an extra hit point. Okay, so I have to figure out how hit point and spell points work. So sorcerers are students of elemental magic, concentrating on offensive and utilitarian magic. Downright rotten fighters. They are barely able to use the dagger, the staff, or the bow effectively. Okay, so they can use bows. They cannot use shield, forbidden shields, and all but leather armor. Okay, so it says leather armor. I'm assuming leather armor is light armor. Then they have something like scale armor, which is like medium armor. And then they have like full plate armor, which is heavy armor. They also have the lowest hit points of all the classes. They would be truly pathetic if not for the tremendous offensive spells they command. And they access to the mirrored paths of light and dark spells. Yeah, okay. So light and dark probably works like good and evil in this sense. It's just that cleric and sorcerers can do both. But like I design my own game, and in my game the cleric, or like not the cleric, the priest can choose between holy or unholy spells. So you can either become a holy priest or an unholy priest, right? And it sounds like it's a bit like this here as well. The most powerful wizardry in the stand with trash spell casting experience sorcerers can be transformed into wizards, gaining 1 hit point and 1 spell point, and then archmage gaining another spell point. It's similar to cleric. Paladins can cross the line between knights and clerics, performing both roles well, but not as well as either of the more focused classes. So essentially, if I don't want to have like a warrior and a cleric, I can go for a paladin instead. Like knights, paladin can learn to use any type of weapon or armor. They simply don't have as many choices to begin with. Paladins begin with the spirit realms of magic and can later learn to use clerical, mind, and body realms. They are, however, restricted from learning the powers of the realms of light and dark, as well as elemental magic. Which means that they can... Okay, this is really complicated. So they can learn spells, but they cannot learn like attacking spells. Like the thing is, I don't know what light and dark spells mean. Paladins who remain true to their cause may achieve the rank of Crusaders, gaining 1 hit point and 1 spell point, and ultimately ascend to hero, gaining another hit point and spell point. Archers are another type of hybrid. Oh, let us lament the truth original. I really like this descriptions because it is a combination of description and flavor text. But I just want to say, archers are another type of hybrid, and then you have what are they called? In Germany they called Klammers, but what are they called? Not quotations. It's not quotations. It's the other one. Oh, let us lament the true original! Exclamation mark. Anyway, I probably have to show this. I have to show what I mean. Hold on. Streamlabs. Let's make a new source. Let's just go for Windows capture. New Windows. Window is Chrome manual PDF. Is there any sensitive? I mean, okay, to be honest, there's probably sensitive data on there, so I don't want to do this. Actually, not really. I don't see anything. I mean, I'm logged in with my gamer thingy, so it doesn't matter. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's show this. So, Google Chrome. So, alright. Okay, so as you can see, wait, I have to... hold on. I'm going to make it bigger. This is so professional! Okay, alright, so you see, archers are another type of hybrids. Oh, let us lament the true original. Okay, I just wanted to show that. Because this is really funny. Like, I don't know if modern games do that. I don't play that many modern games. But, like, from the games that I've played, they don't really do this anymore, which is so sad. Okay. Anyway, so in this case of knight and sorcerer, oh, okay, archers may learn to use any type of weapon, although their specialty is to prize the bow. Their discipline prevents their use of shield or plate armor. An archer's talented for spellcasting begins with the air realms of magic, and may eventually go to take in all the elemental realms. Realm of Light and Dark Magic, however, are beyond their grasp. Archers can focus themselves to become battle mages, gaining 1 hit point and 1 spell point, and eventually may aspire to warrior mages, gaining another hit point and spell point. Okay, so archers are more like warriors, are more like sorcerers, which is also not that common. Druids combine the best of sorcerers and cleric classes. They have few hit points and make poor fighters. Their arsenal is limited to staff, daggers, and bow, and their armor is limited to ladder or shield. On the plus side, they can build a heck of a circle of rocks. Excuse me. And can use both sorcerer and clerical magic. Their unique mix allows them to cast certain spells no other classes can. They cannot, however, learn light and dark magic. Make up for that, druids may begin their apprenticeship with the learning skills. A druid can grow to become a great druid, gaining 1 hit point and 1 spell point. Okay, it's just the same. The character classes, whether druid or knight or what have you, gives them unique abilities born of long traditions. But it's individual skills learned along the way that really makes an adventurer special. So it doesn't really matter what class I choose, because classes are essentially just starting equipment, and most of the classes can learn most of the things, right? It's just like that some classes cannot learn certain things, right? Like if I want light and dark magic, I need either a cleric or a sorcerer, but besides that, I can just go for a druid in that. Simple shelling of development points will net a character a higher skill ranking, improving his ability with a weapon, spell, or in any a number of skills, right? This is this here, like if I want my paladin to be able to gain some proficiencies in dagger, I can do that. Okay, so the other, perhaps more morally satisfying option is to search out a teachers whose lesson can improve a character's skills in one of many disciplines. Enroth is filled with dangers and marvels, and so there are many skills which help a character. Okay, so those were about the classes. So the next are weapons. Listen, okay, this episode is going to be episode 0, similar to Masters of Orion, where I will just do a lot of explaining. Okay, so weapon skills allows your character to use a particular weapon and increase the chance a character has of scoring a hit. Right, so like proficiency, the higher my sword proficiency or dagger proficiency is, the higher hit chances I have. That's also a system that I use in my own one. But my game that I'm working on is more inspired by Wage of Mages, which Wage of Mages. No, okay, like listen, I've bought, so my first most favorite game is called Albion. My second most favorite game is called Siege of Avalon, which I've already started to play. Right, my third most favorite game is Wage of Mages. I now have all of those 3 games since I've just bought them from GOG. Right, Siege of Avalon I have on Steam. The other 2 are on GOG. I'm going to play them definitely. But today I want to play this game. And the thing about Wage of Mages and Albion, for example, is that most of the things that I have in my game are based on those 2, right? Like my game has a lot of mechanics that those games have, just a little bit more refined. And this proficiency mechanic is also like one of the things that I wanted to do in my game. And it's interesting to see that it works in here similar. Okay, anyway, so, so if you become an expert in a weapon skill, you will gain certain combat advantages when using your weapon. Masters gain even more advantages. You cannot become an expert or master on your own, no matter how many ranks you have. You must find a teacher to elevate you to that status. Okay, staffs are two-handed poles, equally good for offense and defense. Expert ranking with the staff will increase the character's armor class and master ranking. So armor class, like a very important thing to know about like old games, or I guess it's not just old games, it's also like in Dungeons and Dragons, which is an old game, but it's also being updated. Armor class is your dodge chance, right? This is like something that you might not understand in like modern games. Like modern games they use dodge chance instead, and armor class is like reducing damage. But armor class in this one is dodge chance, and that's why the stuff increases your armor class, because armor class is not dodge chance, it's more like blocking. It is so complicated. It's also not really blocking. It's like your opponent attacks, and his attack was too weak to penetrate your armor. That's essentially the flavor idea behind armor class. Right? And stuffs increases your armor class because you can use the attack, the stuff to block attacks. So in that sense, your opponent attacked you, but he fumbled, so you were able to block him with your staff. And Master Ranking will allow them to occasionally stun their opponents. That's also pretty good. Sword skills covers most types of blades longer than a knife. Expert swordsmen gain a quicker attack, while Master swordsmen may wield any one-handed sword in their left hand. And this game has dual wielding! Oh my god! I think this is the oldest game with dual wielding that I've ever seen. That's crazy. Daggers don't do the kind of damage that swords or an axe can deliver. But their quick attacks can sometimes let a character get in 2 slices for every one move made by a slower opponent. Expert daggers fighters can wield a dagger in their left hand while using another weapon in their right. Master dagger fighters... Okay, so like here you can already dual wield as expert, while with swords you need to be master dual wield. Master dagger fighter have a chance of killing a surprised opponent with a single blow. Okay, axes are rather slow on the attack, but do a lot of damage when they hit. Expert axe fighters can gain more speed in their attack, while master axe fighters can deliver tremendous damage. So you cannot dual wield with axe, but essentially you have a high damage, but low speed. The speed will be increased a bit. So like you're removing your negative effect once you hit expert, and as a master you deal even more damage. Spears. Spears make their point by including all pole weapons with blades attached to the business end. Versatile, they can be used one or two-handed, but they work better with 2 hands. Expert ranking with the spear all increase the character's armor class, and master ranking. Yeah, similar to how the staff increases armor ranking. This also spears also do that. Bow skills targets both bows and crossbows. Expert marksmen gain a speed increased with their weapon, while master fire 2 arrows with every attack. Right. So a bow is similar to dagger in this sense. Mace skills covers all blunt trauma weapons. Batons, flails, the general whack in the head arsenal. Expert mace swingers do extra damage with their weapons, while master smashers can stun opponents. Okay, then we have armor. I'm not going... Yeah, okay, so armor skills. So we have leather armor, we have chain armor, we have plate armor, and then we have also shield. But like I assume chain armor is middle armor. Okay, magic skills. Used to cast each spell, just a pinch of night root is used to flavor a cold brew. Okay. Skills in particular skills is required before a spell can be learned, right? So you need to have magic before you can learn magic. What can be learned? Magic skills can multiply modifiers or alter time for a given spell. Alter time for a given spell, okay. There are 9 schools of magic, including the 4 elements, fire, air, earth, and water. The priestly magics, spirit, mind, and body, and the good, evil paths of light and dark. Expert and masters have the power to conjure greater spells of any magic. Okay. Fire magic is a good way to burn a bad guy and also includes... I am just reading as it's written here. Fire magic is a good way to burn a bad guy and also includes spells having to do with speed and pain. Okay, that's interesting. To do with speed and pain. That reminds me, I don't know where this is from, but this is something that I've implanted in my own game, or like at least for one character. There is a spell, or like the concept of a fire spell, that essentially you set someone on fire, and this will also increase their speed. Air magic tends to be defensive and informational in nature, and includes spells of accuracy and flight. Okay, water magic is equally useful for defense and offense, but concentrate on spells that move or change things. Earth magic is defensive and includes spells that protect, bind, and strengthen. Spirit magic concentrates on spells on life and death. Live forever, bring back the dead, slow, or oscillating age. Oh, that's interesting. Body magic cures disease, dissolves poisons, and generally heals and enchants. Mind magic charms and confuses. Light magic includes some of the strongest spells in the land. Light magic cannot be chosen by beginning characters. It must be learned and mastered during your travels. Dark magic comprises some of the most powerful magic in Enroth. Spells of darkness can have spectacular results, but generally carry a price. Dark magic cannot be chosen by beginning characters. Skills. Abilities that will support your party on identify gives meaning to items and equipments. You can't use something until you know what it is. Okay. The skill will automatically identify an item if your character's skill level is high enough. Special items may need an expert or master in this. Merchant skills helps adjust prices in your favor, which okay. Repair skills allows your character to fix broken equipment. Bodybuilding skills pumps your character up, adding hit points directly to totals. Mediation adds spell points. Perception sharpens your character's chance of noticing a trap, catch it on time, and the damage it causes can be reduced, even avoided. A higher perception skill escapes stronger traps. Diplomacy is like having a politician in your pocket. It alters your reputation in your favor. Got a 10 skill ranking in diplomacy, talk to a nobleman, and your reputation goes up by 10. Talk to a goblin, and it goes down by 10. Okay, your character fits in everywhere. Disarm trap skill is the perfect thing when you can't remember where you left your keys. Disarm traps skill is the perfect thing for when you can't remember where you left your keys. All chests will open automatically, but you may get hit by a trap. The more skill you have, the better your chance to disarm any traps before it goes off. Okay, learning skill increase the experience your character receives. Every rank of skill increase. Wait. Okay, so this was character creation. However, reason why I actually wanted to go in here is because of attributes. And they don't tell you anything about attributes. Wait. Okay, alright. I think that is enough for now. How long am I recording? I'm at 30 minutes. So, now the question is, what do I want? Paladin seems to be pretty useful. I do want... Okay, that's interesting. So I cannot let him start with bonus. Oh. Okay. So I want Paladin to start with diplomacy and mace, because I want to use maces on him. But like I was thinking about choosing water magic, because water magic seems to fit fitting for a paladin, but I cannot choose water magic on a paladin. So, what do I
Come
want
on,
for
choose. You want to win? I'm the one you want.
That's a good paladin. Okay, this is...
Choose it's me.
I'm
Or
ready.
maybe a
Me.
female.
Gotta pay it. Choose me.
Come on, choose. You want to win? I'm the one you
I
want.
think I will go for this portrait and then archer. What do I want as an archer? The thing is, I am not really a fan of archers, so in my game I don't have any, like in my gacha game I don't have any archers designed yet. There is one archer, which is also a which is only a support archer, and it's actually a cleric, right? So that would be my cleric. I really don't have any archers. So the question is, do I want an archer then? I could go for other classes, right? So as my second character, I want a cleric. Oops. So as my second, mace and diplomacy. Alright, so as my second character, I want a cleric. Clerics start with mace. Oh, that's interesting. If clerics start with mace, leather is, I think, leather armor, right? Can paladins have... Wait a second. Paladin. Yeah, they can rid any armor. So I want my paladin to have heavy armor. So I'm not going for chain and leather. Shield. Let's go shield. Let's go sword, shield, and diplomacy. Okay, so for my cleric,
How about choose it?
Pick me.
Choose me.
Pick me. You gotta. Hey, choose me.
Ready? Pick me. Choose me.
Take me with you.
okay, I will go Pam. So here's maces as base weapon. Ah. Spirit magic, repair, mind. What was mind magic? I don't remember. Mind magic charms and confuses. Ah, that's actually interesting, but I don't think it is that strong. Do I want... Okay, maybe I will... Maybe I should choose the classes first, then change... And then give the skills later. So I have a paladin and a cleric. So an archer is a combination of a knight and a sorcerer, but that's actually useful. Maybe I want druid. So like, do I go for... So my cleric can learn dark and light spells, right? So I technically don't need a sorcerer. So I could go for an archer and then for a druid.
Choose.
Pick me. You gotta. Hey, choose me. You gotta pick me. Hey, you can count on me.
Like if I go, so the thing is, if I go for an archer, I kind of want him to be more like a rook. But an archer in this game is more like a mage. Ah.
Choose me. Hey, you can count on me.
I also want to know what the stats do. Okay, this is actually funny. So the character, I haven't read this. I've skipped to Okay, so essentially, character adventures are defined by what they look like. They walk of life and their strength and skill. Some see life as one big game, a competition of points lost and gained. The point score allows you to know your characters at every given moment. Hit points follow their injuries and therefore reflects their health. Skill points reflect their training and expertise. Click your rodent mouse on a character to choose that adventure directly. Okay, right. It's like, it's so funny that they say the mouse rodent. It's so funny. But it doesn't tell me. Okay, so it doesn't tell me what the attributes do. Combat and recovery. Experience spells, first quest walkthrough, troubleshooting. Okay, I will go to 37, which is combat and recovery. Ah, damn it, it doesn't tell me anything about stats. This is bad. Okay, maybe I will go do this and then I will go and do... Oh! No, never mind. The stats are only mentioned in, they are only mentioned in the spells. They're not mentioned anywhere else. I mean, to be fair, I do feel like might refers to physical damage instead refers to magical damage. I actually found something. That's crazy. I was googling that and I found something on Reddit. Stat bonuses are not linear. This non-linearity renders all stat boost methods potion buff useless towards the end of the game. Okay. Honestly cannot understand the purpose of this design. Barrels and black potions are the only way of permanent stat increases. Distributing all game barrels equally among 4 characters will rise their stats at about 50 to 100. That is practical limit. Oh, that is interesting. It's not... Okay, might effect is added to melee damage. Intellect and or personality effects are multiplied by mana multiplied by character. What? Okay, that's also not... Accuracy is added to attack and shot. Okay, it's not really exactly what I'm looking for. But it's actually interesting. So for example, might gives you addition to melee damage, right? And so for example, if you have so 13 is the neutral ground, right? So everything less than 13 reduces your stats. So for example, if I only had a might of 11, it would reduce my melee damage by 1. Okay, that is interesting. It's not exactly what I was looking for. So. Is that what I'm looking for? Okay, maybe this is what I'm looking for. My internet is slow. Why is my internet so slow? Okay, unlike Might and Magic 7 and 8, Magic is much stronger than Might due to rudimentary nature of the skill system. Okay, so in this game, so later games are more polished, but in this game, Might is not as good as Intelligent. Or Might is not as good at Magic. Stats. Okay, Might adds to melee damage. Int adds to SP for elemental classes, which are probably spell point. What? Perception adds to SP for self-casters. What? Accuracy adds to bonus for attack and shoot. And adds to HP and decreases recovery from enemy attacks. Adds to speed, adds to AC. Okay, it's not... to be honest, it's not exactly what I'm looking for, but I think that this game just doesn't do that much better. So I feel like if I want to play my archer as a rook, I want to have at least 13 might. So that I deal neutral damage, right? So and I want to get a dagger. Fire, I could get fire diplomacy. I do want perception. I mean, technically I want this. Okay, let's not go dagger. Wait! Oh my god, I'm so stupid. It actually has tooltips. Okay, might is the statistic that represents a character's overall strength and the ability to put that strength where it counts. Characters with a high might statistic do more damage in combat. Intelligence represents a character's ability to reason and understand complex abstract concepts. A high intelligence contributes to sorcerer, archer, and druid spell points. Personality represents both a character's strength or will and personal charm. Clerics, paladins, and druids depends on personality for their spell points. Clerics, paladins, and druids. Oh. Okay. And sorcery is for... and intelligence is for sorcerers, archers, and druids. Okay. Okay. Endurance. Endurance is a measure of the physical toughness and durability of a character. A high endurance gives a character more hit points, that was the most obvious one. Accuracy represents a character's position and hand-eye coordination. A high accuracy will allow a character to hit monsters more frequently. Speed is a measure of how quick a character is. A high speed statistic will increase a character's armor class and the rate at which the character requires more attacks. So speed increases your dodge chance and your attack speed. Right. Then luck has subtle influence throughout the game, but it's most visible in the ability of a character to resist magic attacks and avoid taking as much damage from traps. Okay, let's dagger. Perception. Yeah, so I do want perception and disarm for my archer. Because I want to play my archer as a rook, which might not be a good idea in this game. So I will go for speed. Oh wait, the bonus points are split between everyone. Oh, okay, alright. I can even reduce points, that's good to know. Oh boy. So if I don't play him on daggers, then he don't need might. I think I will go with some. Do want some might. Oops. Okay, so I want 13 might so that I don't get set down. 14 might doesn't do anything. So 14 might is equal to 13 might, so I will go to 50 might, which increases the melee damage by 1. They do need personality. I will go to 19 personality with the spreadsheet. This is actually very important, just to know where the points are. Endurance. So, okay, I will go to, I also want to go to 19 endurance with both of them, I think. Speed, I want to go to 19 speed. Let's also go to 19. But that's too much. Maybe I will go to 17. So let's get him to 17. He also has personality. Why has he so much personality? Oh, he's both. That's interesting. What weapon do I want to go with him? I think I will just say the staff. I kind of want to reduce the might just to get extra points. 7. I can go down to 6. No, I cannot go lower to 6. Okay, let's go to 7 then. 7 is the same as 8. Okay, so personality, endurance, accuracy. I have 7 points. I think I want to increase his luck to 9, so that he only gets a -2 instead of a -3. It doesn't do anything at 14. I also want to get him 9. Could reduce this to 13. Then I have 4 more points, which means I could increase their luck to 11. I haven't really done much for him. You know what? Let's reduce this to 17. Let's increase his accuracy to 17. And then we want to increase his speed. I can go for 9 points. Let's go to 19 because 20 doesn't do anything. And then the last point. I think I put it into his personality because 14 doesn't do the same as 13. Okay. Alright, so now we have perception and disarm. So For the cleric, do I want to give the cleric a shield? I do need identification, and I need repair. He can get repair and he can get identification, so... He can learn water. I think I want to give him water. I'm just going to give my cleric identification and repair. Body. I do have body magic. Learning is not good, I feel like. Identify. Spirit magic. What was spirit magic again? Okay. I have to get to the top. Okay. Spirit. Spirit magic concentrates on spell of life and death. Okay, yeah, I feel like that fits to him. So, I think I'm fine with this. I'm not going to change the name, but okay, I do
You
want
ready?
to.
You gotta pay it. Choose me.
Come on, choose me.
Choose me.
Come on, choose. You wanna win? I'm the one you want. You wanna win? Pick. I'm the one you want.
I'm ready. How about me?
Maybe I should go
Choose
for a
me.
female
I'm ready.
character.
It's me you want. Are you ready? I'm the one. How about me?
The thing is, they don't really look like druids to me, right? Like,
Choose
those
me.
three kind of
Choose-
looks
how about me?
like she looks like a cleric,
How about me?
but then those
It's me
three
you
looks
want.
like
Are you ready?
sorceresses. I think I will go for Maria. She's like the one that most looks like a druid out of
Let's help.
the four female
Choose me.
characters. Okay, alright, I think I'm fine with Trip. Right, Aristio, Pam, Trip, and Anne. Wait, is the name?
Choose me. Choose
The name
it's
is
me you want.
randomized, that's
Choose- It's
actually
me you
cool.
want. It's me you want. It's me you want. Are you ready?
Dolores. Oh yes, Dolores.
It's me you want. Are you ready?
Evelyn.
Choose me. It's me you want.
Much.
Choose me.
Pam. Two Pams.
It's me you
Wilma.
want. It's me you want. Are you ready?
Okay, alright. Okay, so this is the start. How do I move again? Oh my god. In this game you move with the arrow keys, not with WASD. Okay, alright. So, one thing that I remember is there is somewhere a tavern where you can get quests. How do I...
Have a look around.
Okay. Why not the shopkeep? No, that's not quests. That's traveler's supplies, that's not a tavern, I'm stupid. That's a bank. I remember this. So,
What can I do for you?
if you die in this game, you're not going game over, you just lose money. So you do want to keep some money in the bank. What is this? A lonely night. Oh, that's a tavern. So, innkeep. How long am I recording? Okay, I'm going to make a cut here. And there as episode 0 and then start in episode 1. Okay.